Aquarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-July 2023. And I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Aquarius, what is going on? Oy. Okay. Oy. The overall energy for the reading, the Tower. I don't know what's going on here. You know, your energy seems to be holding it together, basically. But something's going on, and it feels like an energy coming from outside, like a... I don't know if it's people talking around you about what you're doing, what your, you know, what your deal is, or something. It feels like it's trying to poke at you. This energy, you know. I don't know if it's getting anything, because your energy seems to be in place in terms of pretty steady, pretty stable, but there's definitely an energy kind of trying to come at you. So that's what this is. I don't know how, but we'll see. Starting off the reading, you get the Five of Wands crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're holding your own. You're definitely showing up pretty steady, pretty stable within yourself, and there's this conflict of energies showing up here. I'm not sure how directly involved you are in these things, but you're doing your thing by the looks of it. In your focus, the Knight of Swords is kind of like, okay, yeah, shitty energies, but moving on, kind of a thing. Yeah, we'll keep on going. What can I do about it, you know? In the recent past, the Seven of Pentacles, working on something here. Quite good energy, pretty steady again. In your strength, the Nine of Wands. Man, why does it feel like one of those things where, you know, you're just living your life, doing your thing, and then something happens, and it's like, I don't want to deal with this shit. It's not even mine. I didn't even create it. You know, it kind of feels like one of those things. Because you definitely have a little bit of rejection over it, a little bit of, like, because I don't think you created this. I think it came over to you, but I feel like somehow your involvement level is at the point of you kind of have to deal with it or something like that. You know, it's, yeah, you didn't create it. Yeah, it's not yours necessarily, but somehow you're involved in it. And I don't know how yet. I don't know the how. In the immediate future, the King of Cups, showing up with an open heart as much as you can for yourself, for the situation. Supporting this reading, the Chariot. Interesting, because for some reason I'm getting with this one a sense of whether you want this or not, whether you created this or not, whether you brought this in your life or not. It's kind of supposed to happen. It brings something for you to learn, for you to deal with. I'm not sure what this is about, but I'm getting it as a sense of it's kind of meant to be here, this situation, as unpleasant as it is and as foreign as it seems. The energy attached to you that you may not be aware of, the Justice card. Again, you're pretty balanced through all of this, or somehow you're keeping your energies pretty balanced, pretty steady. You know, it's not, whatever this is, yeah, it's not pleasant. You kind of have to deal with it possibly, but it's not taken away from your energy. You know, you're keeping it steady throughout, which is great. In your hopes and fears, the King of Wands, you know, coming out confident, good, untouched, unfazed. And again, you're not seeing this energy, but you already are. So it's nice that it's kind of matching your hopes in there. And for the potential outcome, the Sun. That's the happiest card in the deck. So all's well when it ends well, basically. So it's going to be okay, whatever this is. Let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me see the Tower. The Hermit, the Four of Swords, the High Priestess. For some reason, I'm getting this a little bit as, again, going back to you're living your life, doing your thing, and then this happens, and it's like, what the fuck, you know? And looking at this, you know, from the bigger picture, as this is quite insignificant. This is like, why is this here in my life? Why is this happening? Because I see no purpose in it. It actually has or carries quite the big purpose to your healing. And especially tied up to your intuition somehow. So it actually comes in to tell you, stay as much as you can in tune with your intuition. Because that's what's going to kind of help you navigate through this. So listen to your intuition as much as you can on this one. As insignificant as this situation may seem in the bigger picture of things, it actually carries quite the lessons for you. Let's do the Five of Wands, the Judgment card, the Hangman, the Ace of Pentacles. That's the thing, because man, it's very hard to pinpoint this one. It's coming towards you, but you're standing still, you're looking at it, and you're like, bring it on, you know? Okay, bring it over, bring it on, let's see what this is, you know? But not, you're not forcing it to come, you don't have any participation in bringing this on. Your energy is very still as the situation happens. And there's a part of you that recognizes that this could be potentially very healing. You're just probably not seeing it now. Whatever situation this is tied up to you in some way. Could be a family situation, could be, who knows. But it's wanting to shift. It's wanting to go in a different place. It doesn't want to stay in these energies of conflict. It doesn't want to stay in kind of energies, at least as far as you're concerned. You're like, you know, let's flip the page on this one. Let's make it better. You know, it has to be better. So that's why you're kind of just standing still and allowing for this icky energy to just pass by. Not feeding it, not, you know, entertaining it as it comes. Like, oh yeah, you want to do that? Well, let's, you know. You're like, okay, bring it on. Let's see what you got. But that's it, you know, with it. And that's actually allowing it to shift, to transform into something else. For the Nine of Pentacles, you get the Ace of Cups, the Six of Wands, the King of Pentacles. You're showing up pretty strong in your energy of handling this, you know. There's probably been a lot of healing on your side in terms of knowing how to handle situations like these, and just keeping it grounded, keeping it steady somehow. Not, you know, poking back and being like, oh yeah, let's make it bigger. Let's make a bigger mess than what it already is. You're actually responding with an open heart to it, you know, with creating space for it almost, which is quite weird, but very good, you know, weird in a good way. Because, you know, the normal response would be normal. Human type response would be something is coming towards you and it's not feeling pleasant. The initial response would be, well, let me push against it. You're actually just opening up your heart and you're just kind of letting it come, almost knowing that it can touch you as long as you're still open. You know, not responding to it in the same energy that it's coming with. Quite the opposite. Quite loving energy. And it's making you feel good. And I feel like it's actually helping this situation to shift. I don't know, man. This is a great reading so far. Alright. Yeah, there's some sort of partnership here at play. And again, could be family. I'm kind of seeing it as family more than anything, but it could be something else. Could be a good friend, best friend, who knows. For the Knight of Swords, in your focus, you get the World card, the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. You had a different approach to this in the past, where if something was dysfunctional here, and I feel like it was, because that's why it's coming through like this, I feel like you tried to go at it over and over again, but not from a sense of, I'm pissed off, and from the sense of, let me try to fix it. Almost like leaning towards savior syndrome. Like, I can fix it. I know how to fix it. Let me try to fix it. You're approaching it in a very different way, and that's what changes things here. You know, you're done with, let me try to fix it. Let me try to do something about it. You're in the place of, let me create space for it. Let me keep my heart open for it. Let's see what happens now. Instead of trying to fix it, trying to do something all the time, let me just stand still with an open heart. Let's see what happens. So a very different approach there. Very different. Let's do the 9 of Wands in your strength. 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands, the Magician. Yeah, there's, I mean, the instinctual rejection to the conflict, like I said earlier. Like, right, we're humans. Something comes to attack us, what are we going to do? We're going to strike back. You know, it's kind of instinct. You can't. You're not striking back, but you're definitely putting up a wall. Like, okay, this energy is coming at me. I'm not going to strike back, but I'm not going to let it affect me. So there's a sense of not putting up with whatever this energy is bringing in, which I see conflict there. So it could be that someone's saying nasty things or doing, I don't know, something. And instead of fighting against it, you're trying to listen, you're trying to understand, and it makes sense from this space of openness that you're in right now. You're trying to understand where you can find that common ground so that we can listen to one another, you know? Instead of, oh, but you didn't take out the garbage. Ah, but I didn't want to, I didn't have time. Why didn't you take it? Ah! It's like, yeah, you didn't take out the garbage. It's, yeah, I didn't take out the garbage. Let me do it now, you know? Let me try to take it now out. And you might shock them with that kind of response because they would expect, oh, you're going to come at me with, ah! You know? So everything is shifting here when dealing with whatever the situation is for you, because you shifted your energy. So your response to whatever's going on here is going to shift, and your approach to it is going to shift in a very light and very humbling, very open and understanding kind of a way, which is quite interesting. For the King of Cups in the immediate future, you get the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and Star. As much as you're trying to stay open to this, there are going to be times where you're going to shut down. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of energy you're using to hold this space. So I see you having times and tendency in the immediate future to shut down to this. And I see you willingly doing that, you know? Almost preserving yourself, almost like I need my time for myself too. I need to recharge, or I need to, you know. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It might show up perceived from the other end as you don't give a shit about this. But I don't think you give a shit that they think you don't give a shit, you know, because this looks like you need this time of disconnecting from it. It's a time of recharge here that you need for yourself. So as you keep your heart open outward for the situation, you might take it back and be like, I need some time here. Whether you like it or not, I'm gonna need some time for recharge, and then you're coming back out. But definitely there's a time coming for yourself here. Let's do the Chariot for the supportive energy, the Knight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the 5 of Swords. Interesting, because you're playing off in between these energies of open, closed, you know, open for business, closed for business. In terms of knowing exactly when to do that for yourself, pay closer attention to that, because at times it seems to be deceptive. It seems to be a little too early when you close it off. You seem to be coming out of it too early when you open back up, too early or too late. It's the timing of it. So pay attention to your intuition, allow it to guide you through this, because you're gonna know. You know, don't allow yourself to be, when you're open, to be so, I can't do this anymore. Don't allow yourself to go to that place. Just listen to yourself, to your body, to your heart when you need that time out. The universe talks to you about it. You just need to listen, and your body talks to you about it. You talk to yourself about it. Don't allow yourself to go too deep or, you know, too shallow in this. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna rush into taking my break because I need my break. So it's basically you're switching in between these energies of open for this, to create this space so that this can shift into a better place, but then I need my time too. When you go from one to another, pay a little more attention to when you need to do that. You're gonna know, you just have to listen. And again, the universe is right there backing you up with this one in terms of sending you signs. The switch from one to another sometimes seems a little too much or too little. So it could become deceptive, you know, at times if you don't pay attention to it. For the Justice card, in the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of it, the Knight of Wands, the Temperance card, the Nine of Swords. Yeah. The interesting part about, remember what I told you here in this energy of, you know, before you wanted to do something about this a lot, and now you're approaching the situation from a different place and just standing still. That energy of wanting to do something is still there. It's kind of still itching. It's kind of still want to, but it's almost self-imposed that you decided, no, I'm just going to stand still. Let's see what happens, you know. But that energy is coming from within you somewhere, and it's kind of like, let's go, let's do, you know. It's kind of stressing you out by the looks of it. It's kind of like, this is a first where, you know, I'm kind of feeling it still that I need to get stuff done, and, you know, I'm just gonna not. But I see you keeping it steady, you know. But just so you know, that as you stand still through this, you might feel an energy of a little anxiousness, you know, somewhere in the background there. That's where it's from, that need to do something about it. It's still there, but it's pretty well contained, but it's still there. For the King of Wands, you get the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Cups. Wow, so many cups. Looking at choices, looking at options on what to do to make things better, to make things work, to just deal with the situation. The problem is you're trying to deal with the situation in a different way than before, you know, but you're looking at the options from the perspective of before. So it's like, okay, let's see, don't fly off. Let's see, in the past, I tried this, that didn't work. I tried that didn't work. The problem is the before perspective. You know, try to take this as a brand new situation. It just showed up in front of you right now. There's no before to it. You're dealing with it as it comes, as it is. So don't try to hang on to options and choices from the past, because that's not going to work on this one, because it's new. It's not from the past, it's a new situation. You're approaching it in a new way. This became a new situation, not something you've dealt with in the past. So look at it for what it is, and then try to find solutions, options, all sorts of things from here on out, not from before. You know, because I see you seeing some promising options, but then you get stuck when you bring the energy from the past to this. And again, this doesn't have a past situation anymore because you just shifted things. So you made it new. There is no past anymore to it. Let's do the Sun in the potential outcome. The Death card, the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords. Yeah, things could turn out for the better here. You got to remember it takes two to tango, so you're doing everything you can on your side to keep it in a different space and to try to approach things from a different space. But if it doesn't work out from the other side, there's nothing you can do about it. So things can turn south here. very much so. I see that possibility there. I see two possibilities: things going up or things going way down for this one. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to create pain. It's going to create sadness, because it's like, you know, you tried. And again, I don't know what this is. You're showing me a sense of partnership, and it could be a family situation or whatever it is. I don't see a definite conclusion to this in terms of, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? I don't see that. I just see the two options there, you know, at the same time. So it really depends on the response from the other side, on you're doing it right, whatever it is you're doing. But it's not only up to you. So, I don't know. Let's see what the universe has. Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of the conclusion, the end result. Just be in the moment with this as much as you can. Because if your fear is coming over this, saying, you know, you're bringing in a lot of great energy, but if you have that fear saying, oh, it's probably not going to work out, then you're creating that. And that's usually when you get stuck in your head about what's going on here. That's when the fear has the opportunity to come in and run the show. You know, that's when you allow for your own fear and creating a story of the outcome to come in, and that's usually going to happen, especially when this is running the show, the whole So I see you as much as you can not wanting to allow that to happen, but don't try to oppose it either when it comes in, when thoughts come in. Because the more you try to reject them, the more they're going to build up in here. So let them come in, try to step back from them and just observe what's happening there. Like, oh, look what I'm thinking about that. Interesting. You know, try to be the observer rather than the participant in the craziness that's coming in here. These are going to try to come in, yes. Don't try to reject any kind of energy that's coming in. Just try to work with your heart as much as you can through this, and then accept that, again, the reminder, it takes two to tango. It's not only you here. You can only do so much. Let's do the Angels and Ancestors Oracle for you. Alright, you got Autumn. Release the old and rest. Yeah, the open and the closed. Open and closed. Let's see where that is. Autumn, 138. Alright. The message. Release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. About this card. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long cold winter and must let go of all the weight they are carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. Sometimes you too just have to surrender an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. The Raven of the Autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. In Celtic animal medicine, the raven is the bird of healing and initiation. The healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space where you can be more aware of your needs and desires and be better supported. Extended message. You know what is heavy, what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of their leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life. You are being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward. And you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. Quite a lot, but that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.